What is up, guys? mkujo999 back at it again with a brand new One Piece video. I know it's been a long hiatus, I'm sorry, but we're back and ready to give you One Piece content every week. Or maybe, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But let's go ahead and get right into this. This is OP14 Tier List, guys. You're getting into One Piece and you just, your first pack is going to be OP14, Azure Seas or something. Right? It's a 7 Warlord set, and you bought some packs. You maybe got them for Christmas, what have you, right? Hanukkah. What leader are you trying to play? You ripped open a box. You got all the leaders. You got all the SRs, all the secrets, and you think, who do I want to play? All right, well, I'll help you. Let's go ahead and just run down the list. Trafalgar Law. Trafalgar Law is an aggro-based deck. Here's the effect right there if you want to read it. But basically, how this deck plays is you'll play out small bodies, then late game you'll play out big bodies, swing with the big body, then shambles the power between the big and the small bodies, so your small bodies can attack big as well. That's pretty much the gist of it, without going into a large peer-reviewed essay about Trafalgar Law OP14. How does this leader pretty much... how's it rank? I'll be honest, guys, this one is going to be going right here in the clickbait. I really don't think this leader's good. There's better versions of this style. There's Silver's Rayleigh, there's the new Jinbe. Lots of aggro style decks that do aggro way better than this card. If you're planning on playing at your locals, I'd probably avoid playing this leader. I mean, you can play it if you want, guys, but if you're trying to win, I wouldn't play this one. Next on the list, Dracule Mihawk. Alright, you opened your box, you got a bunch of green leaders, you pulled 9 secret costs Mihawks, and you got all the good SRs. I definitely recommend you play this one. Here's the effect right there if you want to read it. Just type in Dracule Mihawk, how to play OP14 Green Mihawk. You'll find videos out there about how to play it, deck profiles, and a lot of that. I'll try to make videos later on in the weeks, tutorials for beginners who want to play any of these decks. But for today's video, we're just doing a tier list. Mihawk is definitely one of the leaders you'll want to look out for. If you and your friend are splitting a box, definitely try to keep all the green cards for yourself, alright? Let's go and carry on. Jinbe. This is aggro done right, guys. Where Law tried to succeed, Jinbe, did it better. You'll play a bunch of small bodies and then give them your rested Dawn, which increases power. In this game, Dawn Hatch gives power plus 1k. You'll swing 5k across the board with a bunch of weenies, very similar to the Silver's Rayleigh leader. However, you're actually able to play, 10 cost bodies and 5 cost bodies, unlike the Silver's Rayleigh. So for that reason, this is a tier 1.5 leader. I think it's really good. It's aggro done right. You have the blue attribute, which allows you to get lots of hand size, good removal, and cards like Red Rock and the Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. I don't think I have much more to say about this. It's just a really good leader, really fun, and it's really cheap, guys. If you go to your locals, just say, hey man, let me see all of your OP14 bulk, and just grab all the blue cards from it. It's mostly all commons and rares. There's only one SR in the deck. It's your boss monster, and I don't see it being very pricey. This is not a market watch video, but I'm gonna probably assume it's gonna be less than $3 a card. Probably the entire deck, less than 20 bucks, if that. Definitely good for beginners. Highly recommend this one. Highly recommend. Boa Hancock. Okay, Boa Hancock. This is a waifu deck, very sought after. I think this is a tier 1, guys. I'm going to drop a video on Boa Hancock. I definitely have lots to say about it. I'll keep it brief. Your opponent has to decide if they want to attack your life or attack your board. If they attack their board, whenever one of your Lily or Kuja pirate cards are destroyed through battle or effect, your opponent will have to lose one of their lives. So it's like a lose-lose situation for your opponent. It feels like you're always in the advantage, and whenever you play a card from your life, a lot of your deck is trigger. You'll get a draw card. It just keeps your hand size up, keeps your board filled. There's a lot of good things. There's healing in this deck. There's life burn. There's tons of good things in this leader. I think it's overall well-rounded. I think it definitely belongs in tier 1. A Donquixote Doflamingo. This leader is pretty strong as well. I see it being a very defensive leader. You do get the effect of pivoting your opponent's attack either to a small body that has a KO effect, or pivoting the attack to your leader if you're trying to save one of your characters. I think this is a tier... I'm going to go with tier 1.5. I think this is the same power level as something like Jinbe. I'm not an expert in Doflamingo, so don't expect a Doflamingo guide on this channel, guys. Sorry. But I do feel it has legs to stand on. I believe it's probably going to be in a tier 1.5. Not as strong as the tier 1s. No, not as weak as a tier 2. Somewhere right in the middle. I see if someone were to master this deck, they could probably, win their locals, or I wouldn't be too surprised seeing it maybe in a large event like a CS or something. Crocodile, right? The Crocodile package. This is a very popular character. It's got a lot going for it, with the secret rare being its greatest card. That card is pretty nutty. You open the box, your friend said, "Hey, I'll give you all the black cards if you let me keep all the green cards." You said bet, and now this is the leader you're stuck with. How screwed are you? No, I'm just kidding. He is not a clickbait. He is, I'm gonna say, as far as black leaders go, he's probably gonna be the most popular black leader. It's very he hasn't seen a success. I think he's a tier 1.5. The secret, once you get to the late game and you start spamming your secret rare, and you remember you can play your secret rare twice a turn because you'll KO it to play it back again from trash, getting its on play twice. And its on play allows you to freeze 2 characters. Freezing as in 2 characters cannot attack. So you'll basically be stalling out the game and swarming with a bunch of trashing manipulation. This deck goes pretty fast. I've seen it burn like almost to its entire deck. Like once they get to their 10 dawn turn, they're already like less than 15 cards left in the deck. It's pretty fast, it's pretty strong. I think it's not quite tier 1 level, but we'll leave it right here at 1.5. Gecko Moria, sorry guys, clickbait. This deck really doesn't do much. I mean, the cost of, what is it? Trash 3 cards from hand to heal. Yeah, that's what it is. Not too good, guys. In this game, hand advantage is pretty much is a really big deal. Burning your hand in any way is not something you want, unless it's a deck like Jinbe where you burn your hand, but it's to gain 2 dawn per card in late game, like for an all-out assault. That's perfect. That's what you want. Healing 1 life for burning 3 potential counter cards, not ideal. I don't think this is the most optimal way to play a yellow deck. I think you'd rather play Boa. Definitely clickbait. Might be a fun YouTube video. Who knows? Clickbait. So that's gonna do it for the new leaders. There were 7, quite a lot this time. And then here are 5 more leaders that I think you may consider. I will go ahead and start with Vivi. This is just being a recent new leader from EBO3, one of the extra booster sets. I believe she is... Well, in EBO3 she popped off a little bit, probably being because she's new. But honestly, I feel like this is a clickbait video. I don't see this being taken too seriously, and I wouldn't really play around this leader. The other 4 I grabbed from gumgum.gg just by seeing what's happening in the Eastern format. you know, some of these leaders worth topping. I'm gonna say, let's start off with these. Sanji, I want to put it in clickbait, but it's shown some results, and for that reason, it goes in tier 2. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I'm an expert in Sanji. I know it plays a lot of events. It has some, I believe, like non-removable characters, like in the Sanji character it plays. I'm not too sure. Definitely a tier 2. Red Black Sabo is a leader that I personally played a lot of. It's really fun. Do I feel like it's at this level? Not really. It's an easy deck to play. It's pretty fun, pretty simple, straightforward. You play on curve, you know, 2 costs, 4 costs, 6 costs, 8 costs. Spamming out dragons and then playing out Stussies on 9 and 10. Pretty straightforward. I meant to make a video on this leader, never got around to it. It's pretty solid at tier 2. I would probably prefer this over Sanji. Emu used to be one of the tier 1 leaders. I'd argue tier 0. I think this is way more oppressive than Red Blue Ace. But in the OP14 format, it loses 2 decks like Mihawk, like Hancock, like Jinbe. Not too sure about the other ones, these are kind of new, but it loses to aggression, it loses to, you know, decks that can get around the blocker effects. I know Mihawk is one of its counters. I think it's probably dropped down to probably around the same level as something like Crocodile. I'd probably say it's still pretty valuable. It has incredible plays with the 10 cost 5 elders, just swarming the board again and allowing you to like just go at life non-stop by your opponent in the late game. Super oppressive. And for that reason, I still think it's a solid tier 1.5 leader. Maybe not as popular as some of these newer leaders, but that could just because these are new to play and people might have gotten tired of Emu. Definitely a meta contender though, meta contender for sure. And the last leader I want to bring up is Portgas D Ace. Yeah, this is Ace. It's been a tier 1 since OP13 and it'll remain a tier 1 in OP14. You've mained Ace before, it's played just the same. I think they run Taxbeard again, I'm not too sure. I've never been a Ace player. I've seen it many times at locals. A lot of my friends main this leader. I understand how it's played. I'd say if you played this in OP13, you're good, man. You don't have to buy any new cards. This is solid. Yeah, tier 1. Explosions. Not much to say. Yeah, you can Google this, YouTube it. And that's my tier list, guys. Let's leave this. Yeah. This is my OP14 tier list. This is how I think it's going to play out. These are clickbait. These are your tier 2s. Kind of good, not as good. Tier 1.5 are just missing a little bit more to get to over the edge to tier 1. And the tier 1 is what I think you're going to see most consistently at your locals. These are going to win top cuts at major events. These are your main 3. If you liked the video, please leave a like and comment down below. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Until next time, Pirate Crew, this has been MKujo999, King of the Pirates, signing out.